Greetings, community, and welcome to Entropy in Comics. I'm your host, Kevin, and I appreciate you tuning in. And this is Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day, 4/8/2026. I appreciate each and every single one of you that cruise on through. I truly do. And I'm just trying to load up one more thing real quick. Whoa, something went terribly wrong. I do apologize. Wait, that's it? No. What's going on? Let's try that again. One more time, people. It goes to that. It goes to there. I think I was in the wrong thing. And there it is. Cool. Appreciate you tuning in. For those of you that cruise on through on the rewind, thank you very much. And those of you who cruise on in on the live, let's take a moment and say hi. Hey, Jag, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you tuning in. Just having a little technical difficulties. I also noticed that YouTube is having some problems. It has notified me. Just saying. So thank you. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And let's start by talking about a title from Dynamite. Cool. Dynamite's going to first give us, and the only title that I have from Dynamite is going to be Space Ghost, issue number 10. I really have been enjoying exactly what David Pespos's ultimate goal was for this character, and I really have been enjoying what he's been doing with it. I couldn't have asked for anybody to be doing a better job, and David not only is somebody I enjoy reading his titles, but it tends to be, it's one of those just styles that I truly enjoy reading. I mean, he's just someone you tend to kind of gravitate towards an art style or a writing style, and his is definitely a style I truly enjoy. Plus, he's writing a nostalgic character that I also truly enjoy. So the two pair just makes it exactly what I'm looking for. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is I do know that that essentially he's winding down the second volume. And I do only know that I haven't seen him in a while, that he got okayed for 27 books, which puts him at 2 sets of 12, 2 annuals, and a one-shot. So possibly we're only getting 3 more books out of him. That stated, I really been enjoying exactly again what I was hoping for, but could never imagine what I was reading. I love the art. I really see the time that has been taken from when I did speak to David, that he's not only been doing in the writing, but in the art. I really been enjoying it. I can't wait for it to come out on 4/8/2026. Space Ghost, issue number 10 from Dynamite. Let's move out from Dynamite and cruise over to DC. DC is going to go ahead and bring us, again, a single title, The Nice House by the Sea. Tynion is doing a wonderful job, not only telling the story in this almost standalone story, but at the same point, you have a deeper understanding of what The Nice House by the Lake setup story essentially was for this overall telling of this overall story between the two series. They're directly related, but you only get really less than half of the story by reading A Nice House on the Lake. Pardon me. Nice House by the Sea not only kind of finishes off some of the unfinished storytelling of Nice House by the Lake, but it gave you a better understanding of that is a single storyline, a single telling, and a single understanding of what was being presented to that group setting. When you get another one and you offer them the same type of setting, that doesn't mean they're going to react the same. Definitely individual thought patterns have individual reactions, and you can see some of the behavior patterns are some of the worst that you could expect given the circumstances that are presented in the nice house by the sea by issue 9, it's all hell's just breaking loose. I've really been enjoying the series, and it has a better appreciation of the story that was being told before, which is the nice house by the lake. Recommend them both. Nice House by the Sea, issue number 9, coming out on 4/8/2026. Let's move out from DC and cruise over to IDW. IDW is going to go ahead and give us another single issue of The Twilight Zone, issue number 6. Really been enjoying the series. I've been talking about it a lot. It almost made my most anticipated read. It's hard to really encapsulate a single thing that I enjoy about the series because I really enjoy anthologies. So when you get something that is so dynamic, it's usually something that's that dynamic, not only in a way to describe what you're reading, but what you appreciate it about it because of, for that very reason, the dichotomy of what's offered. I love anthologies. I love the fact that you get multitudes of individuals that can contribute to these type of stories. And when you go ahead and you give them to me, again, I guess I'm a sucker for nostalgia in a way that I grew up with sometimes little moral or ethic understandings or deeper meanings on a I don't know, an introspective or esoteric type of offering. It's really interesting to see how it's delivered by different individuals. I expect no less by issue number 6. I hope this keeps going on forever because I'm going to keep buying it as long as they keep making it. IDW is killing it when it comes to these type of stories, and I can't stay away. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, and when there's stories like this, especially great told anthology stories, I'm going to keep getting them. Let's move out from IDW and cruise over to Image. Cool. Image is going to go ahead and give us, I know I've been kind of ripping through these things, haven't I? Dork, issue number 3. This is a story I think that took a lot of people by storm and caught them off guard on the same kind of ball wax. I talked about this 2 months ago when I said it was my most anticipated read. It was my Blue Light special. And what I really find interesting is individuals I think would have looked not even twice at this book are appreciating not only what Brett's done, but for an individual that was having difficulty actually even giving anybody or anybody receiving a pitch from him, they wouldn't even necessarily give him the time of day to even listen to him through more times halfway through his pitch to garner so much attention and, in my opinion, so worthy of it that it's awesome to see the appreciation of a story that was hard to go ahead and just get people to listen to an elevator pitch. Dork tells the story of a little guy that resides on both sides of the coin that stated the idea is to go ahead and give us again more of a way to not only not point the finger, but to point the finger back at oneself, to have a better understanding that sometimes we're the problem and the best way to the solution is just to fix ourselves. And it's not that Dork's trying to do that, but everyone around them is starting to see that they're the problem. And Dork's is trying to live his own way, try to find his own way. And I think his way is kind of one that I think we all should adopt. I've really been enjoying the overall underlining meaning behind some of this storyline. And, you know, it's easy to look at it in a social, political, way. But if you just take it for the surface level, you'll enjoy it for what it is. Let's move on from Dork, issue number 3, coming out on 4/8/2026, and cruise over to Transformers, issue number 31. This is a continuation story, essentially, from what we're getting with 30. A lot of shit happened in 30. Don't want to ruin that, but we're just to say we got a new title and a new mantle that was passed on to an individual that I didn't want to see get it. This is a Optimus is just Optimus now, and I'm curious to see where this is going. I do know this, and I've yet to actually hear many people state this. I was talking to some people at the shop. A lot of this is the big setup that's happening in the drop. That's what Kirkman has been doing every free comic book day, which is it's been either the launch or the introduction and more collaboration of, or the expansion of, in the case of this year, the Energon universe. This is more set up for that expansion slash bringing them together, so we have more of a cohesive crossover understanding of how these independent stories more interactively and interweaved storylines do affect one another, even though they are somewhat standalone stories, which they're not. They all do interconnect and have an effect on how other stories are really being played out that you don't get unless you're reading these other storylines. Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, Transformer 31. Now we're seeing what's this. Yeah, I'm a little blown away what happened. There's a lot of stuff that ends up happening in that. Essentially it's a key. And now we're getting, that was a launching pad of what we're getting, and here we are with the second part, if you will, to that storyline in the Transformers. I'm looking forward to it. There's another one that almost made my most anticipated reads, but here we are, just missing out. Let's move on from Image. Transformers, issue number 31, coming out on 4/8/2026. Just making sure my dates are correct. And let's cruise it over to Marvel. Sweet. Marvel's going to go ahead and bring us a few books. Starting off with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 26. This is 7 of 9 of the Death Spiral storytelling series. What's been awesome about this is this has been actually exceeding some of my expectations that I have. I try not to really have very high expectations, that's stated. It's been awesome. A lot of things have been happening. A lot of possibly real things that have happened. I mean, we might not see a character or two at the end of this. and I really do believe that the relationship between Venom, Mary Jane, Brock, Carnage is probably going to change somewhat. I'm curious to see what's going to happen now with Dylan. This really shakes up a lot of things. And again, we will have a better understanding on what's going to transpire, because it will line up with, who would have ever guessed? Free Comic Book Day. I am looking forward to not only that, but how this, moves on, because at the end of this 9-part series, it doesn't just end. No. This is actually one aspect of the storytelling. A major one, don't get me wrong, but this is awesome. I've really been enjoying it. Amazing Spider-Man, if you've really been enjoying the Venom, Spider-Man, Carnage series somewhat, and you've been reading this stuff, they are directly intertwined, directly related. They are telling the story between the three. Soul is now writing instead of on this storyline for the Death Spiral series. Instead of doing the Carnage thing, that ended some months ago, but his contribution is nonetheless thus significantly important, because we're getting some of the hardcore brutal stuff being told by him. Seems like Al Ewing is telling a lot of the long played out aspects, and Soul Ewing, and oh my god, my brain went away, but oh, come on. It's right there. I can see it. I can see his name. I just can't say. Anyways, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 26. 7 of 9 coming out tomorrow on 4/8/2026. Let's move on from that. Talk about Black Cat issue number 9. Reason why. 9 Lives. I really think that this is another part that's playing off of issue number 8. More of the Venom stuff, but with Black Cat, she directly needs the help. She's been getting herself in trouble trying to be the good guy. She's not finding very easy. Kingpin's not having a good time of it. What's his name? Shark teeth, dude. Oh my God. Tombstone's not having a good time with it either. She's been throwing her own little lockdown. Venom came to help out Mary Jane, and now we've gotten to it. That's all I'm at right now, to a place to where she better have 9 lives, because yeah, it seems like the walls are kind of crushing in around her. Black Cat, I really always enjoy this series. It's one of those that I can't ever not see me pick up. I can't believe it is double negative that one out. And I really enjoy Strong Women series, and she's probably one of the most badasses out there. I'm just saying. Black Cat, issue number 9. Looking forward to it. Let's move out from that and talk about Noel, issue number 4. Damn, issue number 3 was awesome, huh? Noel has really been an enjoyable series, and this is also another one of those setups for the free comic book day. Queen in Black. She's still on mostly the majority of Noel's power, Hella, and now it's leaving him with little to no options to go ahead and seek the power of light. Here is a dark blood god, essentially, and he's going for light. I not only believe that he's going to come out the other side, not only change for the worse, but for the worse on his expected change. I don't think it's going to be the way he expected it to be. I'm enjoying Noel. I'm looking forward to this. Not only the end of this series, but the beginning of what we're going to get a new Noel when it ends on this series, and we get a whole new thing with the Queen in Black. How that works out with all this free comic book day stuff, how it interrelates again and continues on with the Spider-Man. I'm looking forward. I don't know about you, but I'm just saying it's going to be awesome. Moving out from Noel, issue number 4, to talk about the Mortal Thor, issue number 9. What I've been finding interesting about this storyline is the fact that Thor is more brutal, less thinking, less considerate, less methodical than ever was before. He doesn't care. I can't believe how brutal he is. He used to be, he had a lot more compassion. He would take a lot more in consideration. He wouldn't be the first to always just rush in, even though he was a god. But now that he's mortal, he just doesn't give a fuck. It's so awesome. The separation between the two mentalities has really been something interesting as far as the reader, me, is concerned, you. And what I mean by that is because we're getting a side of a character that I'm not familiar with at all. Being that it's been so intriguing to read something so far off from what I know this character to be, it's been enjoyable. So here we are at issue number 9, and I have to admit I haven't read 8. I left off at 7, and I was just blown away where he's at. He was caught between a rock and a hard place, and he still doesn't care. Just saying. Mortal Thor's has been awesome, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. However, that stated, it did not make my Blue Light special this week. What did was this week's Blue Light special is Web of Venom. It's number 1. Now, this character looks really, really familiar. Jordan Morris did write a character, if you recall, excuse me, and I believe a Web of Venom book, what was it, just last year, where he introduced that Peter Brock or Eddie Parker or something like that. Remember? I don't know if this is the same character, but it looks very, very similar. I'm going to hit up Jordan tomorrow. Hopefully, if everything works out well, I'll be able to speak to Jordan about this tomorrow. Find out where this character comes from, what it's all about. I'm looking forward to not only getting my hands on every single one of these covers. These are the ones I was afraid I was going to be able to get. But I'm looking forward to talking to Jordan and having him sign my books. I not only enjoy seeing these artists, creators, but I do get to love speaking to them about these books. Where do these characters come from? What was the inspiration behind a lot of these things? So I'm not only looking forward to reading this thing, but I'm looking forward to speaking to Jordan about where this storyline comes from, how much fun it was, to write this thing, And I don't know about you, but I'm just dying to get into this book. And once I end the show, I'll do just that. However, that stated, I want to take a moment and think of those that cruise on through. Jag, I appreciate you. And anyone else that comes in on the rewind, well, you're just as important to me as anybody that watches me on the live. But I couldn't do it without you, Jag. I appreciate you supporting me. Hey, thank you very much. I hope you get your books that you're looking for. And hey, that's it from me. Entropy. You take care.